Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my YouTube channel, the channel where I strive to make the world a better place, one video at a time. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's topic is how to avoid prison, incarceration, and death. How to avoid prison, incarceration, and death, meaning like death by the streets or being involved in the streets or being in the streets, however you want to call it. Different people call it different things, but I was raised calling it being involved in the streets or being in the streets. But today we're going to talk about how to avoid that. It's very difficult to avoid it, but I want to give you some things that maybe will be a help to you. It's very difficult, almost impossible, but there's that slim chance that you can come out of that type of environment and live a life where you don't have to spend it in the prison and jail or in the grave. Or your life is taken away from you and then you are in the grave. And this is going to be a series, once again, another series coming at you. So expect some more videos. And the first topic that I want to cover of this whole topic is your association. How to avoid incarceration, prison, and death. We're going to focus and zone in on your association. This is the most important thing to cover when it comes to this topic, your association. Let me tell you right now. The people that you surround yourself with, the people that you give your time and attention to, the people that you allow to influence you, the people that you allow to give their time and attention to you, their behavior, most times, if not all times, you are going to get involved with the same behavior that they are. The behavior that they are involved in, many times more than not, you are going to be involved in that same behavior too. So if they are avoiding going to school, if they are avoiding going to get a job or going to get trade school or get a trade or a certain certificate somewhere or a college or whatnot, if they are avoiding getting a life in sports or trying to make a career out of sports or stuff, if they are avoiding positive things, positive goals and aspirations, if they are avoiding that and you are hanging out with that crowd, the chances of you avoiding the positive things and goals and different things like that in life are going to be much higher if you choose to hang out with that sort of friend group. Your association is the most important thing when it comes to how you are going to live out your life. Your association, who you hang around, the kind of people that you allow yourselves to be around, and the kind of a group and whatnot that you allow yourself to be involved with. I'm telling you, their behavior is going to become your behavior if you hang around that group, whether it be good or bad. But this is hard. And I'm going to tell you why, because there's a lot of neighborhoods, there's a lot of cities that have neighborhoods where being in that that environment, it's almost impossible to be able to escape it. But I want to give you some pointers. The number one thing that you must do is get involved with the positive things that is being offered in your city or school or whatever the case may be. Because this video is even for people that are in the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. You still have a chance to be able to escape the streets. Your life isn't over yet. I want to inspire you too. This is not just for young people. Oh, this is for all ages. You still have a chance to be able to escape the streets and live a life prosperous. You still have that opportunity. So listen, get involved with, they have things like the YMCA. They have things like recreation centers. They have things like mental health facilities. Whichever one fits you. Because maybe going to a counselor will help somebody, but somebody else, they can't get, it doesn't help them. Maybe a teacher will help somebody else, but then another person, maybe it doesn't help them. Maybe going to the YMCA, maybe going to a recreation center, or maybe whatever helps you. Get involved in that. Because whatever you are facing at home or in your environment, in your neighborhood, something must be placed in the position of what is harming you. If you sacrifice that, something must be placed in that position that is positive that will counteract that. So it is vital that you change your association. It's important that you seek for a friend group that is actually invested in who you are, not the kind of drugs that you can provide. See, it is important to say, you know what? I'm going to be a leader, not a follower. If I have to stay in the house and play video games, I have to stay in the house and watch YouTube, I have to stay in the house and watch a movie, if I have to stay in that to avoid getting involved in substance abuse or going to parties and whatnot, that's what you got to do. Because I'm telling you right now, you may think you're so innocent. Oh, I'm going to just go to this party. You can either choose to go to that party or maybe stay home. It may be more lonely. It may be more difficult to stay home, but it might help you in the long run. Because maybe you go to this party, or maybe you choose to stay home and your friends go to that party and say, oh, you a wimp, you a coward, you didn't go to the party. But then you're scrolling on the news later on that night and you see that location that they went to, your friends went to, there ended up being a fight and somebody pulled out a certain gun and began to shoot all over the place. Police had to be called. People got arrested. People died. That could have been your life. That could have been you. Your life could have been taken away right then and there. Or maybe you get involved in a certain activity and you are the one who pulls out the pistol. You're the one who pulls out the handgun, whatever the case may be. And then you find yourself behind bars. Incarceration, prison, the grave. If you go down the pathway of negative association and being involved in the streets, chances are you're going to be incarcerated. Chances are you're going to go to prison. Chances are you're going to be in the grave. I'm telling you, it happens all the time. Are people dropping like flies? Mama's having a cry, burying this son, that son, this daughter, that, because they were involved in the streets. Change your association. It's hard. Oh, it's very difficult to change your association. But the first thing I want you to do is just to seek. Just try. Just look up recreation center. Look up county. If it's at your school. Look at different things that is provided in your city. How can I get this help? How can I get that help? If it's in your school, who can I get help with from my school? If it's you gotta stay home and play video games with somebody, be online with them, and they live hundreds of miles away. That gotta be your association. But you must shun negative association. That is the number one thing that you must do. It's very difficult. but you can do it. People have done it before, and you can be a part of that number. You must shun negative association. How to avoid incarceration, prison, and the grave. Part 1, your association. Yeah.